Way back in 1907, a quaint little store sat on the southeast corner of Solsberry's town square in southern Indiana. The store was operated by the three Yoho brothers, Frank, Oscar and William, until 1933 when the store was unfortunately destroyed by fire. A new store was constructed in 1934 at the corner of Highway 43 and County Road 420 North. The store had various owners until 1950, when Dwight Cotton Yoho bought out the co-owner's share and officially renamed it the Yoho General Store. Cotton and his wife Pearl operated the store for almost 50 years until Cotton passed away in 1999 and Pearl passed a year later. Their youngest son Donnie ran the store until his passing in October 2011. Levon Yoho, Cotton and Pearl's eldest son, operated the store with the assistance of his family and community members until CFC Properties purchased the building in July 2012.
My name is Jim Murphy. I am president of CFC Properties, and we also own the Yoho General Store. I'm from Greene County and used to frequent the Yoho General Store as a young child, and now I do as an adult. CFC Properties is a real estate development and management company, and we specialize in historical and architecturally significant structures. Marcy and Carl Cook in 2008 opened the Ellie Mae's Boutique, which is just down the street from here. And when they were here one day with Bill Cook looking at the property, and he saw what they were doing there and was very excited about that, they walked past this property and he looked at it and looked at them and said, you know, you should buy that and give it some TLC. It looks like it needs some help. And so what they did, they looked into it, contacted me, and the rest is history, as they say. So, but when we purchased the property, it was in disrepair. So we did what we do in every other restoration project. We went full tilt on it, and we did a total restoration of this building. There were a few challenges during the renovation. One of them was, what do we want to keep, to retain? There were a number of cabinets and shelving that were on the walls that we retained some of them because we wanted, again, to maintain the character of the original shelving. But however, we replaced others because to make it more convenient for the products that we were going to display on the shelving. Also, we added a kitchen in the dining area, and we added some coolers and a freezer. And the second floor here, we was hopeful we could try and do something with it, you know, for public use, but we don't have ingress egress that would allow us to do that. So obviously what we use this for is some storage, some warehousing, and an office environment. But we were able to retain some things in this room. The car siding on this is the original siding. The bamboo ceiling is the original ceiling. The flooring is original flooring. And the flooring down in the main area where the store is original. So we kept the stove, the potbelly stove. It was at a different location, and that was the source of heat originally. And it was important for us that we retain that character. Also, the Yoho name in the plate and the floor that where it was patched. There are also a couple of signs on the column right next to the register. We worked around, literally left them on the column, worked around with our painting and our construction and staining and everything else to make sure that those signs stayed in place. We realized that the foundation was not stable. There had been another building on this foundation that had burned down. And we decided the best thing to do for the future of this property, this building, would be to put a new foundation and footer in. Then we started renovation on the inside, and we had to remove a lot of the wood. One thing that we discovered was a spring was under this building, and it still is, actually. There was a pipe that was coming out from under the building, and it had running water. And so we created a drainage system for that. It took us about probably 4 to maybe 5 months to do the restoration. We opened 1st of December 2012. So just about to celebrate our 10th anniversary. You know, when we opened the store and had the ribbon cutting ceremony 10 years ago in December, it was one of the largest ribbon cutting ceremonies I'd ever been to. In this small community in Solsberry, Indiana, but there were literally hundreds of people that came out to witness that opening of the store because they were excited. They were excited to see it return. They were excited to see what was going to be new and different about it. But what's interesting to me is how it has evolved over the years. When we first started, it was a grocery store, but kind of a convenience store, had a lot of candies, bulk candies, like old-fashioned candies, a deli, cold sandwiches, and a gas station. Well, over the years, we've learned, and our patrons have expressed their interest in more cooked food, more prepared food, versus the deli option, which is still an option. And so we changed our menu significantly from what it was originally. And in doing so, we attracted more and more customers, which meant we needed more seating. So what we needed to do, which we did do, is we removed some of the shelving that we have placed in the store originally on the floor. In addition to our inside dining, we have seating outside. So on beautiful days like today, people can go outside and enjoy the weather.
My name is Brenda Deckard. I'm the assistant manager here. I've been here since we opened. When I first started, I worked for 6 months as a part-timer, quit my other job and came on full-time, been here since. And when we first started, we didn't have breakfast. It was deli sandwiches only. So when Donnie Yoho was alive, that's pretty much what he had here. Every now and then he could make a cold cut sandwich, but they didn't have what we've got down there. They didn't even have running water here. They didn't have a bathroom facility or anything. And now we have a little bit of everything. So it's pretty cool.
My name is Paul Wagner, and I am actually the store manager here. I've had a few different roles with CFC Properties, who runs it, but my main role here is the site manager. Just prior to coming here, I ran the Grant Street Inn Hotel in Bloomington, which is also owned by CFC and Cook. And I initially came out here just to kind of help out the manager who was on maternity leave, and she decided the new mom didn't want to come back, so I was having so much fun, I just decided that I would stay. We're most known for the breaded tenderloins, the pie, the ice cream. Those are probably three of the biggest things that we're known for and what people come for. The burgers are great too. Our daily specials are always something that people look forward to. As soon as it gets to be close to 11 o'clock, the phone starts ringing if they haven't looked online. And as soon as the phone rings, you know what it's going to be, what's your special today. So they look forward to those.
We offer everything. We do breakfast. We've got biscuits and gravy. We've got a breakfast platter, which is eggs and whatever meat you choose. We've got bacon, ham, sausage, and then we've got a country fried steak that you could get. The biscuits and gravy is like the biggest thing. And then we've got breakfast sandwiches, which it's an egg and then your choice of meat. You can get it on a biscuit toast or bun. And then for the lunches, we make our specials, like the chicken pot pie that we have today. It's an open face, it's the biscuits underneath, and we homemade the ingredients that goes on it. Then we have a chicken and noodle special, which is probably the biggest thing ever. I didn't realize people like chicken and noodles like that, but we sell out of them every Tuesday. I think they're somewhat easy to make, but they say that's the only time they get them is when they come here. We had a guy from Indianapolis see it on Facebook, and he come down from Indianapolis to get the chicken and noodles. So yeah, it's pretty neat. I mean, the food is, we get everything out really quick too. So for Valentine's Day, we have a meatloaf, and it is the best meatloaf. I don't know, I love it, and I'm so picky about my food, but when we have that, we can never make enough. And during Valentine's Day, we shape it into little hearts. So they get 2 little hearts on their plate. It's kind of neat. And then for like Thanksgiving and Christmas, we have our Thanksgiving special. You get turkey, stuffing, the gravy, cranberry sauce, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, the green bean casserole. You get a roll. And then for Christmas, we tried to do the ham and the turkey and the other stuff. And then you get a piece of pie with it and your drink. And we sell out of that every year, but everybody likes Yoho, so we'll take it. Used to, it was only community that came in, and it was just a routine. It was all the old guys come in here, and there was the big fireplace. They would sit around, and it was just a place that all the guys hung out. I mean, this was their hangout, and a lot of them still come in here. And now we've got people that's from everywhere coming in here on a daily basis, and they love it. It's the nostalgia of the place. It's an awesome place to meet new people.
So yeah, it's really a fun place to come. You obviously can get gas, you can get your food, but you just enjoy being together here. And especially this time of year with the beautiful leaves, there's a lot to see and a lot to do.
But it's known for the atmosphere, the people that gather here. There's people that have worked here for years, and you know, they know that. You see a lot of the kids come back after about 3:30 once school's out. They all head back up in here to get ice cream. So it means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. The community tabletop project is something that was restarted by Rebecca, who is our marketing specialist, and has become just a huge success and something that people look forward to here in Solsberry coming to the store. Each table has a theme. You know, one may be kind of classic cars, one's going to be ice cream memories from the Yoho, others going to be high school memories, sports memories. But the nicest thing is that community members have the opportunity to participate. So we will make posts on social media letting people know what the theme is, what the deadline is, if they want to submit photos for that tabletop. And eventually all the tables in the store will have some type of a theme.
We reached out to other attractions in the county, the Greene County Chamber of Commerce, Economic Development Corporation, Sculpture Trails, the Tulip Trestle Viaduct, just so we could connect with them and help promote their attractions as well as the Yoho store. So we did a lot of cross promotions with them. Therefore, if someone would go to the Sculpture Trails, they would see the Yoho store. If they came to the Yoho store, we would inform them of Sculpture Trails. Fowler's Pumpkin Patch is another one that we cross promote with them now. And then we added some signage along the roads here, and then also a map out front. So when people come here, they can see where they are, but they also can see where the other attractions are. And hopefully it helps guide them to those attractions, because one of the things I believe in is a rising tide lifts all boats. So we're trying to do everything we can to help rise the tide.
So, you know, those sites, most of them have been out here for a long time. It's nice that we have had the opportunity to bring that to more people's attention. I get so many people just today, for instance, that either were stopping here after they had left the sculpture trail, or they were on their way to the sculpture trail, or they were on their way to the pumpkin patch. They're great things. I mean, the trestle is probably one of my favorites. You know, it's just a huge trestle. It's one of the largest in existence that still is being used today, the other size of it.
Yes, the Tulip Trestle is 5 miles from here, but what was interesting about that is that has always been a place to kind of go and meet with your friends, hang out, that sort of thing, meeting place. Several years ago, a local organization formed, and they created a not-for-profit and was able to raise enough money and get volunteer support to build an observation deck there. And once that deck was put in place, people just started coming from all over to see the Tulip Trestle. It's like that deck gave it a presence. Some of it looks like wood, but it's concrete. Some of it looks like a railroad track, but it's concrete. It's really, really phenomenal, and it complements the Tulip Trestle.
Sculpture Trail is the next one that's the closest to us. We have a lot of people, of course. That's the most fun in the summer because a lot of the artists from around the world are here doing some of those sculptures. They'll do iron pours, they'll do overnight aluminum pours. But just even when they're not here, it's almost like taking a hike through a state park, except every corner you turn around there's another, anywhere from maybe waist-high sculpture to one that's, you know, 20, 30 feet high. Owen Valley Winery, of course, that one's the one that's the furthest distance from here, but it's a great addition to the different things that we have to offer out here. Plus just the countryside, it's a gorgeous drive out here.
The Fowler Pumpkin Patch is something that came online after we renovated this property, and it's a really nice little farm that obviously has a lot of pumpkins there, but then also cornfields. They have a corn maze for this time of year, and they have a lot of, you know, kiddie rides, children's activities that they do, and they have certain weekends of the month they have music. It's become quite a popular little destination.
Yeah, the Santa Train is an annual event, and we're so lucky because we have the train track right here beside the store that they do make a stop here. We will literally have kids and their parents lined all the way up around the corner of the store and down the street, waiting for the Santa Train to arrive. And when it arrives, it is full with Santa, Mrs. Claus, Disney characters. And it's almost always the first Saturday in December, and it will bring literally hundreds of people out here for the Santa Train.
Well, in addition to those, you have Goose Pond, and it's a multi-state attraction because of the wildlife there. It's something like 8,000 acres that's been flooded, and they have a terrific visitor center where you can, if you're a bird watcher, you know, you can get your binoculars, your telescope, and you can go there and see that entire area there. And the gathering place is a property that's owned by CFC, and so it's open space, has a restroom in it, and a sink, and it's area that one can lease for, you know, birthday parties or weddings or receptions or just family reunions. And again, it's just a short walk from the Yoho General Store. Well, personally, for me, the Yoho General Store is coming home. The community feel, it's a country store. It's been in the community for over 100 years. I personally would come here as a kid, and of course I would have some ice cream, and my family would come here, other families, and we would meet here, and it's just so enjoyable to come and relax and slow down a little bit.
The Yoho it's something that means so much to this community because the Solsberry is an adorable town. It has a great history. Without this store, this would almost just be a ghost town, so it's very near and dear to my heart.
So we're open Monday through Sunday. Monday through Saturday, we open at 7 o'clock and close at 8 o'clock. The kitchen closes down at 7:30. On Sundays, we open at noon, and the kitchen closes at 5:30, but the store is open till 6. During the winter, we have winter hours. I don't know if we're gonna change that this year or not, but you can get ice cream up until the time we close.
So yes, you can find out more about the Yoho General Store by visiting our Facebook page and our webpage.
But yeah, it's a pretty cool little place. We enjoy it. I love it. We've got the best customers ever.